Hi folks, how are you doing? So the Tromsø Chess Olympiad is reaching its end, so we have very tense battles at the top boards, fighting for the medals. So we had on the 10th round, the top board was, the top match was between China, who is now leading the tournament, and France, a very good team who has been performing very well. And in these situations, lots of people just crack under pressure. This is, I guess, the way you can explain this game. This was a crucial battle for the gold medal, as I said, and the game between Laurent Fressinet, strong 27 plus player from France with white pieces, and the young talent Yu Yangyi was decisive this game. And I guess the nervous system of players like just can't hold it all, and just they just crack under pressure sometimes. Let's see what happened in this tense and decisive battle. Fressinet plays knight f3, and we reach a symmetrical English situation: knight to c3, g6, g3, absolutely symmetrical English, bishop g7, bishop to g2, and Yu Yangyi goes with this e6 system, which allows him to choose where he puts his knight, whether on f6 or e7, and also gives him the extra opportunity of playing d5 sometimes. White goes d4 right away, and after the capture he plays knight b5, of course willing to recapture back, and of course kind of threatening to check on d6, so he's kind of forcing, white is forcing black to play d5 to have d6 protected. Now takes, castles, and after knight ge7, Fressinet takes back with the b pawn, creating an isolated queen pawn for black with its all well-known pros and cons. You know, in an endgame this is a weakness, but it will give some space and activity possibilities, some active chances to black. So it's just a classical position in middle game in chess theory. Black castles, bishop to e3. We're not going to see anything very flashy in the middle game. In fact, the opening and the middle game are rather dry and dull. Here knight f5 was played by Yu Yangyi. Fressinet takes on c6, which is approved by the engine, but in my humble point of view, I think taking on f5 seems more logical, at least to me. Bishop takes, now knight d4, attacking the bishop, and with moves like queen b3, rook fd1, playing against this isolated pawn. Maybe a little bit slow, and white is not getting anything great, but taking on c6 doesn't seem that much of an improvement, I think. After b takes c6, now black has hanging pawns on b and c in other typical situations. Here bishop to d4, and we have massive exchanges on d4. You know, this kind of matches in which everything depends on little details. Sometimes players are just playing quiet positional moves, just kind of waiting what their teammates are doing, and other boards waiting instructions for the team captain. So these are very tense situations team-wise, so you can understand they're playing slowly here, exchanging pieces somehow. Now bishop takes, queen takes, and also queens are exchanged. So we're reaching this endgame in which doesn't seem either player has really some special opportunity of winning. Maybe white could be better because c6 of course is weak, could be taken right away, then d5 could be weaker, but as you're gonna see, now the Chinese player is going to play very precise moves. He's not only going to not to be worse, but he's also going to take some initiative, some slight initiative, and put pressure on white. Rook e2 is the move he plays. b4. Of course, this c6 pawn has been hanging for a couple of turns. Now a2 is hanging, but it's not all about taking pawns right now. Like a pawn taking race, but also situating well the pieces, putting them on active places. Bishop e6, and now Fressinet decides to take on c6. Yu Yangyi takes on a2 and rook d6 going for d5. Probably not the best of the decisions, as after this rook b8 and this exchange on d5 and rook takes b4, there is a difference between these rooks, which both of them are active, and the one on f1 isn't that active, but of course the material is equal. Each player has a passed pawn here, and objectively speaking this should be a draw. Of course it seems very drawish, but black is slightly better, maybe because his rooks are more active. Right now his king is somehow tiny better than the white one. Fressinet pushes his pawn d5, but remember, you normally want your rook behind the passed pawn, either if it's your own or the enemy, so that's what Yu does here, putting this practice in this Tarrasch classical rule, the rook behind the passed pawn. White keeps pushing. h5, h4 are usually useful moves in these rook endgames, giving this king some space, avoiding the opponent from expanding too much. Rook b to b2, controlling second rank and really having lots of counter chances here, even if black, say, didn't have this pawn or something. So this is a very interesting source of counterplay for black. I mean, this rook will be tied up to the defense of this pawn. King g2, rook a2 was played, d7, rook a b2. Black is, of course, I think was happy and ready to repeat and make a draw here. But Laurent here plays, I don't know really, he just leaves f2 on pre, goes to a1 thinking he has winning chances, I guess, with his passed pawn or something. But in fact it is black who easily takes initiative here, king on f2, g1, and well, at least black has a draw with all these perpetual checks. King f1, black goes to d2, controlling this passed pawn, and really not being in any danger of losing here, because although he's down a pawn here, he's up a pawn, but the main source of power for black is this pair of rooks on sevens, which is absolutely crumpling white's king. King g1, some more checks, and after rook takes g3, in this move Fressinet collapses, cracks under pressure, I guess. He was trying to bring the victory to the French team and just misplayed this, miscalculated, missed something, because he just played king e1, which is a blunder basically. He still was probably holding with rook takes a7. He has a passer on the 7th rank. So, well, still some possibilities of going wrong, but this should be drawish, I think. But after king e1, let's see if you can see the tactical move here by which black forces the resignation. Yu Yangyi played here the absolutely precise rook takes d7 move, and Laurent Fressinet, unfortunately for French fans out there, had to resign the game, as if he takes in d7, now rook g1 follows, a skewer here winning, the rook being up 3 pawns in an absolutely crushing position with no chance for white. So there it goes, a very important victory for the Chinese team, probably securing the gold medals. Let's see what happens on the last round. Thanks for watching.